Hey, Bunker Labs, thank you so much for joining us for another All In Campaign interview. My name is Jada Nickham, and I'm the Northeast Regional Experience Director. And today we are interviewing a very special entrepreneur to my daily life, just because I've known him. Oh gosh, how long has it been? Probably about 2 years
Just
now.
about.
2 years, yep. And I've had the pleasure of actually watching his business start as just an idea and grow through our Veterans in Residence program. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Rich Cardona. Hi, Rich.
Hello, Bunker Labs community, and hello, Jada. Long time. No, I hear you all the time, but I never get to see you.
I know. So, little backstory. I actually work alongside Rich's wife and Cardona. So that's why I said it's kind of like he's a part of my everyday life because she's a part of my everyday
Yeah.
life. So, yes, he'll often hear me in the backgrounds having calls with Anne, but never really got to catch up since then.
Yeah.
So, how
Yeah.
are you? I know you guys are at home with your two little ones, but still running your businesses.
Yeah.
This is a good time.
Things are very well. I mean, I'll say what a lot of people are saying. We're safe, we're healthy, and that's all fantastic. We've taken the necessary precautions to keep it that way. And as far as work, luckily we're both remote as it is, so that has not been anything to adapt to or flex to or anything like that. If anything, I've been trying to go even harder because I'm like, okay, well, everyone's home now, so you got to get in front of everyone. You got to connect with as many people as you can. But things are going well, and the business is thriving. I would say under these unusual circumstances, we're very fortunate that it's come to the surface a little bit. Like, oh wow, branding's important. Like, yeah. So we've been getting just a ton of inquiries and doing a lot of consultations and all those good things. So we're happy to have an offering that is relevant and necessary in and outside of the pandemic.
It is. It is. So for those who don't know what you do, Rich, you want to give them your
Yeah.
60-second pitch real quick?
Yes. And the good thing is I don't even ever have a pitch ready to go. And I just, you saw me pitch, and that was the last time
I
I've ever
did. I
pitched.
did. I've seen you pitch
So
many
look,
times.
this is all it is I do always say this, which is it's not who you know, it's who knows you. So when I talk about that, that means how are you showing up and being visible to all the people that you want to consume your product, your service, or your personal brand. It is so unbelievably and critically important that you take the time to invest in that, or the finances, if you have them, to invest in a strategy that places you in front of all the people you want. As great as it is to be an entrepreneur and a veteran entrepreneur and all these great things, no one cares about our businesses. You know what? No one cares about our businesses. I am sorry, but what it is they want to know the
I
stories
do.
behind. Of course, people want to know the story, then the people behind
Exactly.
it is what I'm getting at. The
Hmm.
people within the business, the
Exactly.
story behind the business, the purpose of the business is what really catches people's attention,
Mhm.
rather than me coming on here and saying, hey, I do video work for CEOs and all this other stuff, which is why I didn't say it. So that's my take on things, and that is what we offer. We offer CEOs and business owners visibility through video marketing.
Yeah, so you're a storyteller, and
Storyteller.
and you know how to capture that and share that, because I feel like since the first day I met you, you just like, I just want to tell people stories, like,
Yeah.
because I feel like that is a hard thing that a lot of us don't know how to always articulate, or it's sometimes people don't feel comfortable, showcasing themselves or bragging about themselves. So it's good that you created your business off of just wanting to get entrepreneurs a chance and a voice to tell their stories.
I would say, to add to that, it's very unique as a military person or
Hmm.
veteran to just be talking about yourself. It's so
Yeah.
counterintuitive to us because it's all about the team, it's all about us,
Hmm.
everything's bigger than you when you're serving, whether you're spouse or in the service itself. It's just different. But when it comes to being an entrepreneur, that is what's going to resonate with people. That is how you connect with people, and that is what gets people interested beneath your features and the benefits of what you have to offer. So telling your story is really difficult, and I've uncovered ways to do that, and creative ways to do it, and just foundational practices that can help you do so without feeling indulgent and being like, this is really important information. You just need to shift the perspective a little bit and realize that that is a way to provide value in the long term.
Agreed, much agreed. So, what advice would you give to entrepreneurs to keep doing during these times? Stop doing during these times and start doing. So keep,
Yes.
start, stop.
Okay. Well, you'll have to remind
I
me,
got
remind
you.
me.
So let's start with keep.
I'll do the start, or I'll do the keep doing.
Okay. What do they keep?
What,
What do they need?
here's one thing you need to keep doing. We've come up with our businesses. We came
Mm-hmm.
up with our website. We did the paperwork. We have accounting in place now, which I didn't forever, by the way. Things like that. We did all the kind of bones of it. What you need to keep doing is crafting the message and delivering the message. There is no point for doing all the things that you need to do as a business owner. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not, and I'm not saying there's a veteran entitlement or a business owner entitlement, but just because you've done all this hard work to get the business up and running and you're like, wow, I actually have an established business, that's not where it ends. What you have to keep doing is pushing the message. Like, you cannot just have a website and expect that people are just going to all of a sudden come flooding your website. How are people going to know about your website? How are people going to know about what you got going on? And the key is just, there's no finish lines, right? It's only starting lines. So you just keep going, keep going, keep going. Like, every time and you could ask Ann, I never like celebrate long because it's just like, what's next?
Yeah.
So you should always be asking yourself, cool, I got the website done. Cool, I got accounting done. Cool, I changed the name. Great, I have a company page. Whatever it is, there's always something next. And if you keep your foot on the gas pedal and make sure you're trying to let people know about what you do and why you do it, then you're going to have good success.
Before we jump into the next one, I would say the thing that you taught me is the power of LinkedIn. So,
Yeah.
like, anytime that you want to celebrate a small moment, like, share it with people, because there are a lot more people watching than you think sometimes.
Yes. Well, that's a perfect segue. Not
Yeah.
even intentional to start. Start
Sorry.
using
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Start using LinkedIn. So here's the deal. If you are a new business owner, if you're a veteran business owner, there's a veteran marketplace. You're competing with other veterans who have coffee companies, who sell alcohol, who do this, who do video. I mean, come on. So this is how you need to look at it. What is the low-hanging fruit, so to speak? If you go on Instagram right now and you have new business, Jada's makeup products, like, you're competing with so many people. In order to blow that up, it is going to take money, a lot of money, because you're going to have to promote it. You're going to have to just have people posting for you all the time because you'll never be able to keep up with it. If you're on Facebook, it's like, Family Central now. It's family and a little bit of fun. But how many business pages do you know that are just absolutely dominating on Facebook besides like the Grant Cardone and the Gary V's and stuff like that? So what you need to start doing is getting that low-hanging fruit, which is LinkedIn, which the organic reach is phenomenal. And if you post consistently about things that relate to your industry, your expertise, and you will build a network. My entire business is based off getting leads from LinkedIn, and that is what I help other people do. And why? It's because you can reach so many people. The veterans on LinkedIn are strong and they support each other. But what you can't do if you start LinkedIn is post once and be like, I'm good. Like, cool, I put in my LinkedIn for the day and I mentioned something about my company. I didn't provide any value. Then nothing is going to happen. LinkedIn is a news feed platform, which means it relies on consistency and over, not like YouTube, whereas it's discovery. You go to YouTube, Jada, you know exactly why you're going to YouTube. It's not just like, I'm just going to browse. You know why.
No, with YouTube, you have to actually be like, okay, what do I need to know? And then you find it. And then
Exactly.
sometimes based off of what you watch, it'll recommend things, but half the times I really don't pay attention to that. So it's like, whereas LinkedIn, you can tag people that you know that have collaborated with you on it. And the biggest thing that I've found most shocking about LinkedIn is people respond. Like, from my experience, like, I've read articles about people and I've literally gone and added them on LinkedIn and messaged them like, hey, I read this article. I thought it was really great. If you're ever in DC, would love to meet you.
Yeah.
Got multiple
100%.
responses. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So it's definitely a great means of communicating professionally and also showcasing what you're up to.
Absolutely. I mean, people are more, and just one last point on that is, like we mentioned, YouTube's discovery. LinkedIn is, people are looking for what they should be conscious about. So you can, if you place yourself in front of them enough times, then things are going to work out. So I think there's one left. I need to do stop. Do I need to
Stop.
do
Yep.
stop?
What should
Stop.
entrepreneurs stop doing?
This one's huge. And I actually mentioned it in the VIR campaign. Stop trying to learn everything. And this is actually just probably an amazing time to have this wake up, which is there's no conferences. There are a lot of webinars and there's a lot, but how much are you possibly going to learn and take just furious notes and be like, cool. And then you actually don't do any of that. I stopped going to conferences. I made a decision in November that I wasn't going to go to any conferences for a year. And now this, so it's like, it's like, okay, so now it's
Really
like
not
happening
going to
anyway. But here's the
conferences.
reason why. As an entrepreneur, anyone can convince you of all the things that you need to do that you aren't doing. It's so easy. You are impressionable. Look, like I'm probably being impressionable on people right now, which is you need to use video and you need to use LinkedIn. That doesn't mean stop all you're doing and go learn it, but learning is a form of procrastination. Okay, like the more you try and learn, the worse off it's going to be, because you'll actually probably set yourself back from trying to learn and then not implement anything. All have our area of genius in one way or another, and it's really important that we kind of stick to that. And when and if you can, number one, you need to become profitable. Number two, stop being so fast and in such a hurry to pay yourself, because there are tons and tons of $10 tasks, $10 an hour tasks that you could be delegating to someone else. Can you make copy for all these posts that I've pre-recorded? Can you handle my calendar? Can you handle my emails? Can you reach out to this many people per week for me? Whatever it is, all these things that you feel like you need to be doing, there is someone who could do it for you for a fair price, and probably someone who could do it better. So stop trying to learn like what it is, because I don't know a single entrepreneur who's had the blueprint and known everything they need to know and still crushed it, because it is just a vicious cycle of falling flat, success, falling flat, and just it's whoever could go the longest. So stop trying to learn everything and stop trying to just ingest all that you can. You know what you're good at, and you have to be brilliant at the basics and capitalize on that.
That's great advice. There's no crash course on entrepreneurial. Like you just have to do it sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
And I feel like some of us are in a really good spot to, reach, like I feel like everyone's in a great spot to like you said, like find someone else who can help you and reach out to the community that you have. For example, I feel like Bunker Labs has been, a testimony for you for doing that, because you were always the one in your cohort being like, hey, let's do this together, or I need help with this, or let me help you here. So it's definitely about getting outside of that comfort zone and just asking for help, because I feel
For
like
sure.
that is definitely one of the hardest things to do
For
sometimes,
sure.
to
For
ask for
sure.
help when you really need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to share before we sign off? Anything you're
Um,
working on? And also, like, what do you have any like big asks for
uh,
America?
Working on, we're working on multiple things. We are certainly working on uh, trying to get some information and maybe a video series out there that is going to help veterans step by step kind of understand LinkedIn, not just like a full-fledged here's everything you need to know, like more like here, let's work on this week. We certainly want to help veterans leverage that, because I'm a practitioner. Like I didn't do it and then I just stopped. Like I do it and it continues to grow. I think two of my clients, I just checked their stats, who I've been working with since I started VIR, have 500,000 views, for the year, and like they're on pace to hit 1 million views each this next year. So that's important. Do you want 1 million people to view your content over the course of a year? Yes. So, definitely trying to work on a couple of those things. And I would say, please connect with me. On LinkedIn is the best place. So it's Rich Cardona, absolutely there. And then, and any asks is, no, I don't have any asks except reach out if you need help, for
Mhm.
sure. Whether it's transition help, whether it's entrepreneurial help, whether it's video help, we can absolutely do something for you. My COO, Eliza, and I regularly get on free consultations. We had to trim them down now to 20 minutes instead of 30 minutes, but we will audit your marketing. We will audit your LinkedIn, and I'll tell you everything you need to know, with no expectation that you're going to do anything, just hopefully that you got the knowledge. And if you do, then awesome. And if not, then we'll still be here.
And so you're definitely, extending the reach to be a resource for others. What is one resource that you've used that during these times and before during these times that you would like to recommend or encourage other people to use other than LinkedIn?
Yeah. No, that's really, gosh, I think I was supposed to know this, but as far as resources, that's a good one. There is a book that I would like to recommend, and I think it's you just go to buythisbook.com, and it is an entrepreneurial checklist on how you could start your business for under $1,000. And it's a book, and use the code elevator, and you will get the free ebook, so you don't have to get the paperback. It is written by Dan Fleischman and a co-author, each who have over 30 million of people in their networks following them on all their social media channels. This gentleman, I had him on the podcast recently. At 19 years old, or I'm sorry, at 23 years old, he became the youngest person ever to have bring a company public. And I mean, he was generating millions and millions of dollars in his early 20s. He's since started so many different businesses and has the biggest social media agency in Los Angeles. He works with Grant Cardone. He's worked with The Rock. He's worked with everybody. This guy is legit. So that is a resource that I think can help anyone. Like, it is a really good, simple checklist that's going to help you realize if you're on course or off course.
And what's the name of it one more time for
It's
everybody?
buythisbook.com, and it's called it's called How to Start a Business with Less than $1,000.
Nice.
Buythisbook.com, code elevator.
Elevator. There you
Yep.
go. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our catch up for today, Rich. Thank you so much for sharing so much useful information and for encouraging others out there to stay all in. And so for those who are going to catch this before, what is it, the 14th is your event?
13th.
13th. Before the 13th, Rich is actually going to be leading a conversation between other entrepreneurs who are going to teach everyone how to market their own businesses. So it's not going to cost any money, of course, to attend, but also the intention is that you don't have to break the bank to share your own businesses. So tune in, and that's all on our website. But thank you again, Rich, for sharing your experience with us. And thank you to everyone who's tuning in to this video now. Please stay all in. And if you'd like to join the Bunker Labs community further, we have tons of different programs that are available for you to still tune in at home. All right. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.